Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to talk about the new Netflix movie, War Machine. If you end up enjoying this video, please consider liking and subscribing. That way maybe one day Alan Ritchson can carry me on his back as part of his workout regimen. If you hear a bunch of background noise, it's because there are like 60-mile-an-hour winds outside right now, but I wanted to get this done before the power potentially goes out. Instead of talking about the 6 things that make a movie great, I'm just going to share my spoiler-free thoughts on the film. The reason why I wanted to watch this movie is because it looked intense and it has Alan Ritchson in it, so I ended up checking it out on Saturday night. The opening scene for this movie shows Alan Ritchson with his brother in the military as they're working on a Humvee. After a brutal ambush, time flashes forward and Alan Ritchson has joined the Rangers. Instead of names, they're all given numbers. Alan is given 81, and after the class is whittled down to the remaining members, they are dropped in the wilderness and expected to do an exercise working back to base and not getting caught. During this exercise, however, they come across a killer robot and have to fight against it and the elements in order to survive. I'll start with the positive. Some of the robot CG in this movie is decent, and Alan Ritchson plays Alan Ritchson. Don't get me wrong, I love his acting, but he is kind of getting typecast into this role. And with that, we're done with the positive of this movie. All of the acting in this movie was pretty horrendous. It was cheesy, it was B-rated, it didn't even feel like they were acting. The dialogue was horrible and uninspired, and even the action at several points just felt repetitive. The robot wasn't doing new things or attacking in different ways. It just did the same spam moves over and over again. Very early on, you find out that guns are ineffective against the robot, so pretty much the Rangers are just running away the entire time. This turns the movie into Rangers versus Elements for a bit of it, which kind of felt distracted. And regardless of the movie being an open area, because of the small cast and just being in the forest for almost the whole time, it made this movie feel claustrophobic. In addition to that, even though this movie felt smaller, there is kind of a bigger story going on that they touch on at the beginning and at the end, but it felt really shoehorned in because of how small everything was in the middle of the movie. And the result is a really cheesy, B-rated, halfway action movie that had absolutely no depth and didn't really have a whole lot behind it. After watching it, I saw this movie was directed by Patrick Hughes, and given his past films, I shouldn't be surprised that this movie was similar to those. Although while a couple of those movies had some fun elements in them, this movie felt as stale as 3-week-old bread. Jai Courtney and Dennis Quaid are barely in this movie, so really the only star power is Alan Ritchson, but there's almost nothing to write home about here. The movie's just under 2 hours long, and it definitely drags out. It's rated R for gruesome action and a moderate level of profanity. I almost think that this movie would have been a better short film than anything because there's just not a whole lot of substance here. But open and shut, it's pretty much just a B-rated cheesy action film. So with all those areas considered, I have to give War Machine a 3 out of 10. Besides the robot CG and Alan Ritchson's acting, there's basically nothing here. I wish there was more to say, I wish it would have been more interesting, but it just wasn't, and I think that it would be a waste of time to watch. Thank you so much for watching. If you've seen War Machine, please let me know what you thought about it in the comments below. As always, I appreciate your love and support, and I'll catch you guys and gals in the next one.